Tori, when we left off,
Mhm.
a surprising continuing resolution, or CR, had been passed to avoid a shutdown at the end of the fiscal year
Mhm.
uh, during the wee hours of September 30th, before the fiscal year turned. So crisis avoided, but they really didn't avoid it for very long. And well, let's put this in context here. What did they really? How much funding did they actually achieve for how long? And what do they need? What's
You
left?
you
What
you've heard
remains
the
to be
phrase.
done?
You've heard the phrase "kicking the can down the road." Well, the House managed to, or I should say Congress, and it's not just the House, but they managed to kick the can down the block. Okay,
Yeah.
so um, yeah, we've got another funding deadline staring at us, November 17th. But I think there are four key issues right now as it pertains to the House. Number one, top priority, they got to fill the Speaker of the House. Okay, they have a Speaker pro tem right now, but it's not an elected position, and the person in that position that is very truncated in terms of what they can do. They can't. I think they've determined. I mean, even though this is like the first time this has ever happened, they've pretty much deduced from the way the rules are written that this Speaker pro tem can't move legislation, can't refer legislation to committees, can't move legislation. So number one thing, you got to get that Speaker's slot filled. And House Republicans will meet this week. Hopefully they'll select a speaker this week, and we'll be moving forward on other priorities, but who knows? There's some people who think this could go on forever. Beyond that, we've got to figure out funding for Ukraine and Israel. Okay, both are top priorities right now. The House and the Senate have got to be able to move legislation quickly, and I don't know what those packages will look like. I don't know how they get them across the two chambers, specifically out of the House, but that's an issue. Third priority, continuing resolution. November 17th is going to be on us, quicker than you can snap your fingers. So they've got to figure out, and I think getting a continuing resolution out of the House this time is going to be harder than it was last 2 weeks ago. So odds of a shutdown, I think, in my opinion, are growing at this point. And then we got to fund the government. Fourth priority, we got to pass the 12 appropriations bills, whether it's in a series of smaller, mini bus bills, whether it's each bill on a standalone basis, or whether it's a Christmas tree omnibus, with 12 bills, spending bills jammed into one big giant piece of legislation. I have no idea, but we got to fund the government. So those are sort of the four things, the four priorities in order of priority that I see have got to get done.